out with your hands up.
I am actively on the toilet. So I'm having to go back and be like, okay, give me a minute.
Action.
Good evening.
This is CNN.
Bum, 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 bum. Sit 30 minutes. What's up, everybody?
30 minutes, what do you mean?
I don't know, just the 60 minutes,
Yeah.
half of it.
45 minutes.
45 minutes, that's our goal.
Really, this podcast goes until the camera overheats.
That's the rules. And it is heating up outside, dude. It is a scorcher.
Yeah, man.
It's so hot. Like miserably hot.
We should be the first weather
It was like
podcast.
98 today.
Yeah, dude, it's been fucking nuts. We should try to get picked up by the Weather Channel, though.
It is June.
Yeah.
Dude, in August it's going to be like 110 degrees.
Man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's wet. It's a wet heat. It's a wet, passionate heat.
We're in Tennessee, and yeah, well, you were at the lake this weekend.
Slippery, slimy heat. Oh, man, I
At
had a
least you
good
got
time.
to cool off in the water.
Yeah, but I got the sun made an enemy of me.
Yeah. I'm legally required to stay indoors when it gets too hot.
At first, I was like, I want to put sunscreen on every hour on the hour, and I'm going to be just fine. You hear that, sun? I'm going to be just fine. And then, like, by the second day, I was like, I will not mock the sun.
Yeah. Matt, the
I
sun
will
was
not tempt the sun.
the sun was like Michael Jordan from The Last Dance. He's
Dude.
like, I took that personally.
My skin is burned, and there is a lot of skin to be burned.
Yeah, when Matt gets sunburned, it's like almost a medical emergency.
Dude, I look like someone took like silly putty, like the pink silly putty,
Yeah.
and just stretched it across a topographical map. That's what my skin looks like right
Is
now.
it bumpy?
It's blistery in places.
Dude, do you want to hear a gross
It's not
story?
bumpy, but like the skin's coming off.
Yeah, I get
like
you.
the layers.
Do you want to hear a gross story?
Yeah.
One time I'm a pale guy. I don't tan. I was playing football in high school, and
He's a lunch pail kind of guy.
yeah, I was playing football in high school, and I had my shirt off at a workout outside for about 3 hours, and I got blisters all over my shoulder and chest.
Yeah.
And then I had to take the ACT,
Oh.
and the blisters started popping.
That
and my
explains
shirt
why you went to
turned wet.
UTC.
Exactly, dude. This my life would have been different if I didn't get that sunburn. I would have gone to Vanderbilt.
Dude, one time I was on a cruise. It was like, I want to say like the summer between my sophomore and my junior year of high school. And there was this like pretty woman that I was like pretty girl, I guess. She was like my age, or like maybe a year older, that I was like trying to mac on.
Yeah.
And like I spent like on the last day, I spent like the whole day out there with her. And I didn't put sunscreen on my legs.
You turned purple.
And I was just laying there. One leg looked like the Christmas ham. It looks so bad, man. The whole like 8-hour drive home after we got off the cruise the next day was just literal misery.
Yeah, literally like the book.
Yeah.
You're just begging for death. Now, if Matt gets too sunburned, he looks like Grimace.
Like
you know?
Grimace.
Or like that. What's the mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers? The orange guy.
I can't keep baseball mascots straight.
That's not it's a hockey mascot.
Oh, hockey. I can't keep them straight either.
But dude, baseball mascots are cursed. You know. Let me see, Phil.
Like our old friend Dinger.
Yeah.
Dinger.
Gritty.
Gritty. Do the gritty. Is
This
that
is
where
what-
that comes from?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't
Do
know.
the gritty. Dude. What a Muppet, what a Jim Henson looking thing.
Is Jim Henson's, bad acid trip is what.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies like from
Gritty
like the
looks
70s, like what was it called? H&R Puffin stuff.
Yeah. He looks like a character from Tales of the Crypt or something.
Dude, all the mascots are weird. They should make cartoons.
Yeah. Dude, okay, we're really excited about the NCAA game that's coming out. One thing I remember from the old NCAA games was you could play the mascot games.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Was fun. Yeah,
you just get to play as the mascot.
just Smokey,
11 on 11.
Smokey's ears just flapping,
just getting stiff armed into the ground by a Florida Gator.
Oh, I hate the Florida Gators. And it was just like you just put a skin on like the existing team, so it's like the quarterback for the Gators was the Gator mascot, but he played like Tim Tebow.
Yeah. Oh man. You put the fucking Kansas Jayhawks who are just out there getting slaughtered.
Yeah. I think Kansas was pretty good during like
Kansas
that time.
had a weird run where they were good at football. They were almost ranked number
one. They had that
one.
really big coach.
Yeah.
Like Mangino or something. He's like from a Sopranos background character.
You know, if you're like a morbidly obese football coach, you're probably pretty good because you had to overcome a lot to get there. I think, you know?
I guess so. I mean,
you overcome a lot. You just got to sit in the
most of them
sun.
were probably relatively good linemen in college or whatever. Oh, okay. You just mean like the physical act of getting through coaching a game and
I mean, I think I think that large men are discriminated against, and that's why we haven't made it further in life.
Yeah, that is why, actually. That is why.
Yeah. Me and Matt were going to start an open mic where if you have a BMI over 30, you get extra time.
Yeah, it's a diversity thing.
Yeah, but it's okay if you don't have a BMI over 30. It's real easy. You just eat a cheeseburger and that'll make up for it. Because that means you're an ally.
Yeah.
If you eat a cheeseburger at the mic, that means you're a fat ally.
We're going to call it gluttons.
Yeah.
The gluttony mic.
The comedy buffet.
We did go to the lake though. A group of us.
Didn't.
Oh yeah. This was Andrew's first. First had to say no because of the baby.
Yeah, and I didn't want to, but
you got to, man.
Legally, we're required to watch
the baby at all times.
I wanted to board him, to crate him for a weekend, but they won't let us. Try to take him back to the hospital. Say
it's weird.
Hey, we want to give him back for a
They're like,
weekend.
Andrew, you're acting like you don't even.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
I just don't want people to get the wrong idea.
I'm a good dad.
I know. I know. That's why I felt a little weird joking about it.
My grandma came in, so his great-grandma, and my grandma is so much fun to trick. She falls for anything. The baby was crying this weekend, and I said, you think he's upset now? You should have seen when my wife spilled hot coffee on him yesterday.
Ooh, that reminds me. There was this survey done, or some sort of study done by a company, I think it's called TechCrunch.
Okay.
You can look this up. But basically what it said was like basically all internet misinformation is put out there and like kept going by like 5,000 people on the internet.
Okay.
And they're just always shoving this
hold on.
shit in your face. And it's like the whatever, just the very politically charged accounts where it's like they're throwing up all these conspiracy theories and stuff, and then it's just like it always leads back to these like 5,000 accounts.
It's like the Kevin Bacon game.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But for QAnon.
I was wondering if your aunt was one of those 5,000
Probably, dude. I had to block her on Facebook.
No, she's like probably like 1 degree of separation. Yeah. But I thought that was like really interesting because if you have a couple hundred dedicated people on the internet to be doing stuff and pushing something, you're going to see it everywhere.
Dude, what if you're one of those people? What if that is misinformation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're just like doing a test.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're trying to identify the 5,000 that share it.
Right. But it was, I think it might have even been less than 5,000, like 2,800 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like all comes from a really small number of people.
And they're all in the same IP address in Russia.
Probably. Phone form. You ever seen those videos of like people in other countries like doing scams like as their job?
Yeah. They have like tons of, or like a wall of phones.
A wall of phones, and then just going through them all.
Yeah, that's who keeps saying like your Facebook account has been compromised.
Yeah, dude. I got it's like one of those things where it's like all those messages on that phone, all those phones put together, it's like My sister in high school could have still out-texted all this phone. Dude, I remember one time my parents got so mad. It was like Cortland and my sister spent like 200,000 texts on them. And it's like we had unlimited, but it was just like, they were just like, what the hell? Like, this is not good.
It wasn't about the money. It was about just who she was as a person.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I almost felt this might
That
not,
was in like the old school text.
I know,
days.
dude.
Like, what's it called? T9 Word.
T9, yeah. I was good at T9. See, T9, I think texting and driving should be legal if you're using T9. You know what I mean? You can text and drive with T9 one-handed, dude. You can. I got so good at it doing it under your desk in high school, you know?
for sure.
You can't do that with a touch screen. You need buttons.
Dude, I remember once I had my phone, and you weren't supposed to have it on school, and I was like sophomore maybe, and I'm like, it's probably my first phone I ever got, and I got it in my phone pocket, and I'm like, you're not allowed to have them at school, but of course I do. And then I open it up and like click something, and it's like, a flip phone, and it beeps. And it's just like the whole school deserted except for the vice principal in charge of discipline, who is like directly outside of the bathroom. I didn't even know. And they're like, we hear a phone in there. Come out. But
Come out with your hands up.
I am actively on the toilet. So I'm having to go back and be like, okay, give me a minute.
You should have been like, no, I am the guy from Police Academy. That's my mouth. I did it with my mouth. Can you do it again? You do it again.
Hello, Moto.
Dude, a couple of things. Did you ever have anyone in college accidentally open up their computer and like porn start playing?
Yeah, in college.
In college, that happened all the time. But also, did you guys ever have metal detectors in high school?
I think we did end up getting them one time because we went through like a string of bomb threats.
Yeah.
Like a string of... Dude, at one point in the 2000s, bomb threats were all the rage. They were all the rage. People would they'd call it in and be like, oh, everybody goes out to the football stadium.
Yeah.
And sit in the bleachers. And then it's like by the third time where they're like, wouldn't they know to put the bomb out here in the bleachers?
There's a bomb in the school. They blow up the football field.
Yeah.
It's like in that scene in the Dark Knight Rises, where it's like they blow up the
hospital.
No, they blow up the football field. And like
the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah,
Heinz Ward is like the ground is closing. That's one of the coolest scenes.
That was a really cool scene. They had that in the trailer, and I was like, oh my god. Even though that's kind of my least favorite of all those movies.
Yeah, it's not that good, but that was a good scene.
Yeah, dude, bomb threats were like all the rage.
Yeah, we had them in middle school. I went to a private high school.
I don't know if like the cops just weren't on like cell phone tracking as much as they are now, or what. But it like took a while for them to like apprehend the culprit.
Oh, you all caught him, huh?
I think they did end up getting, but it's like, I think it was a couple of different people. Would probably never. The original, it's like Jack the Ripper.
Yeah,
he just disappeared into the ether.
Yeah, so you got to leave a bomb threat note. You know what I mean? Cut it out of magazines.
Yeah, I remember one was like it was like written in like marker on the wall.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Dude, we used to have.
It's like they got to take them seriously. Obviously.
We used to have metal detectors at middle school, and I was always trying to hide my MP3 player, and we would get creative with it. Like we would put the MP3 player in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or something. You know what I mean? Like we get real. Like you're not taking this shit, dude.
That's pretty genius,
right?
They like put it in a Ziploc bag or something.
You hollow out an apple and like put it in there and like close the.
You go to turn in your book at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And you just calling it out like it's like a murder mystery.
Or it's like we have a poster like it's the Shawshank Redemption full of MP3 players in math class.
Yeah, just all that like that. There was all sorts of like kids TV shows that were like that. It's like kids could do these elaborate things, and just never get caught.
The Shawshank Redemption has a lot of things, like some plot holes to it. For example, in the Shawshank Redemption, how did he get the poster back up after he climbed in the hole?
I mean, I think it just hung. So it's like it was hung from the top. Yeah, because in the movie, remember, he like goes under and it hangs over his head.
I guess you're right.
And and then it pops out and it's like hanging on top of him.
I guess it's not a plot hole. I guess I'm just a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I don't know that the draft wouldn't have been like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like sucked the poster in a little bit.
Also, it's like, Andy Dufresne, how come your cell is so cold?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's haunted, Warden. The warden would probably believe it. That's probably possessed.
And I know that, I know, yeah, exactly, especially in Shawshank Prison in Maine.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's probably just the children of the corn working in the walls.
Well, the warden was like super religious. He's like, well, Andy, I'm going to give you a second Bible.
Yeah, man. That I know they talk about it, but like, what if they just changed the cell?
Yeah.
Like he's like had the same cell for 30 years.
Yeah.
What if they're just like, oh, hey, Andy, you're getting transferred?
I wonder if they have that.
It's like it's been that hole's been there the whole time.
It's like, can you give me one more week in here?
Just to say goodbye to the place, to the old place. Dude, what really seems miserable in those old prison movies is when they put you in like the hot hole or like the hot box. And it's just like, oh, fuck. It's like, I mean, I guess certain people probably did just kill over and die. But it's just like, that's bad. Just like, oh, yeah, like we're going to do what it's illegal to do to babies. I'm going to leave you in a hot car that's buried underground.
That reminds me. So I went and got my son signed up for the YMCA because we're going to get him in shape early, you know.
Okay.
But no, we got him signed up for the YMCA. But what I really wanted to do is go in there and be
like baby swimming classes or something?
Well, no, it's daycare basically. While you work out. But I wanted to go in there and be like, hey, how much is it to get the baby added? And they're like, it's an extra $30. It's like, well, I'll just leave him in the car.
Good.
No.
It's a joke.
$15 a month. We'll give you a deal. Just don't leave the baby in the car. No, he loves the car. We'll leave him in the car. He'll be fine.
You know, I'm surprised that they don't have like a. I guess they just don't want to encourage it. But it's like they could have like a mode where it's like everything was disabled except
the air conditioning.
Yeah, the air conditioning.
Yeah, I guess they could. I mean,
they just don't want to encourage it,
right? That would be a hard selling point to be like.
It's like, and now you can leave your baby in the car.
Introducing the new Ford Fusion. Leave your baby in the car.
with Ford's new state of the art leave your baby in the car technology.
Dude, my car has this new technology where if there's like weight in the back seat, when you stop the car, it'll say check the back seat.
Really?
Yeah, but it's also kind of threatening.
Oh, like if something's moving around back there, it's like there's somebody in the back of the car.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like when it first happened, like I had like a backpack in the back seat. And it was like, check the rear seat. And I'm like, does it know something? Is there somebody back there that I don't know about?
Yeah. It's like that movie. There's someone in the back of the car.
Yeah.
It's just, you just let your baby loose back there.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot I had a baby. I shouldn't be driving this high.
Did you ever see those, it's like pranks, but it's like somebody like has like a child carrier and they like go to like, put everything in the car
and it rolls out
and
down the stairs,
or like they leave it on top of the car but there's nothing in it. Scary.
Dude, I like being a dad, but here's something. I've been talking about this to you a little bit already, but I think that my son's gonna think Eminem's lame, you know.
I mean, yeah.
When I was thinking this, you know, like,
dude, Gen Z already thinks Eminem is lame, which is weird to me, but I mean, hey,
here's the thing. Like, my dad was worried that me and my brother would be gay, and I don't care if my son's gay. I just don't want him to think Eminem's corny. You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, you're going to send him to Eminem conversion therapy?
Yeah. We're going to pray the Eminem.
Like they go into your kid's room in the middle of the night, and they're like,
"Hey kids, you like violins?
Yeah. Is your name Kim? You're going to need to come with me."
Yeah.
And it's like you just take them to you just take them to Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, 8 Mile. My wife got 8 Mile confused with like The Longest Yard. She got confused with some other movie that had Mile in it. I can't remember.
Okay. I don't know what movie.
Cut this.
What
I can't remember the movie.
What other movies have Mile?
I thought I was going to get it.
Mile.
Miley and Otis.
Milo
and Otis.
Milo. Movies named with Mile in the name. It's like, not very many.
Not many.
There's got to be more than that. Miles ahead.
The Green Mile, not that.
The Green Mile, yeah. The Green Mile. Can you imagine Eminem in the Green Mile instead of John Coffey?
Yeah. I haven't seen it, so I can't actually.
Eminem in the Green Mile instead of John. Oh, man, this is a bummer. Walking the mile. He'd write some mean old raps about that Percy guy, though.
Yeah.
You got to get the Green Mile. You got to read it.
I need to read it. Here,
Courtney's reading it right now.
That's probably the only like super critically acclaimed Stephen King book I haven't read.
It's so good, man.
Have you been reading Doohickey?
Yeah.
How far are you? I'm not very far.
I mean, with the audiobook, I'm like 6 hours in, probably.
I just can't get over. I don't know, man. I don't want to spoil anything or bore anybody, but yeah, it's just like this guy has a horrible accident, and I just hate hearing about people that are like their bodies are fucked up real bad and like in pain. You know, I just cringe at it.
Disabled. Yeah, he got like his arm amputated. Amputated.
What did you have something you wanted to talk about today?
I think it was that tech thing.
Oh, the TechCrunch thing.
Yeah, about the misinformation.
Yeah.
What else what'd y'all do this weekend? Your mom came down?
My mom came down. My grandma came down. Yeah, my grandma, really easy to trick.
Yeah.
We had fun though. You know, she got to see her great grandbaby. And I got scolded. I went and did a show in Georgia and got scolded for leaving the family behind. But you got to bring home the bacon.
Who scolded you?
My grandma.
What'd she say?
She scolded me through my mom. You know what I mean? She's like, Mama wanted to know why you went and did that show. Is it because of the money? And I'm like, yeah, it's because of the money. You know what I mean? It wasn't really like the money was okay. It was decent money, but like it was mostly I just wanted to go to a show. But it was an okay show. You know, it was like 30 people. And I did 25 minutes clean.
Yeah, and it's like that's good quality stage time.
Yeah, I got $100, and so like I made money doing it. So, whatever. It's an hour and a half away, but it was fun. I'm doing a show this weekend on Friday in Knoxville. Just like 10 minutes though.
I'm doing a show on Friday in Huntsville. It's like at an apartment complex thing.
Is it a Don't Tell?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just like an independent show.
Well, cool, man. Well, that'll be fun. Hey, we're going to get back to doing these more regularly. And we're going to try and get 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can stream.
So we can play
NCAA 25.
Yeah,
on stream.
so we get that triple option going.
Yeah. But I can't think. Let me see if they got anything else I wanted to talk about. We can cut this.
Cut this. You can cut this. Dude, House of the Dragon. You need to watch that because I got some stuff to say about House of the Dragon.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. I love it, but I'm like a big, I'm a nerd with that stuff. Like, I've read the books and listened to the books, and every piece of media that's been put out in that universe I've consumed multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, I even have rewatched the first season.
Of that show?
Of that show, yeah.
Have you rewatched the last season of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, one time, since it's all been over. I rewatched it once.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, maybe it's not as bad. It's still pretty bad. Compared to, like, if the whole show had been that quality the whole time, sure, it wouldn't have been as big a deal. But like people would be like, oh, it's a fun show, like Vikings or something.
Yeah, right.
But it's just like the first several seasons of Game of Thrones was just like
mind blowing,
as some of the best TV ever made.
They should have just quit. They should have just not it would have been better. They would have been better off if they just didn't make season 7 or 8.
I mean, it would have been better off if they made it differently.
No, if you just leave it on a cliffhanger, like, oh, HBO doesn't want to make it. Season 7 wasn't that bad. People give season 7 shit. It was not that bad. Season 8 was bad.
It was just like one of those things where it's like the build up. It's like I liked the show Lost. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've seen part of it.
But it's like the build up. The payoff is never worth the squeeze, basically.
Well, that's kind of how I Met Your Mother was, too. I wasn't super into that, but people, like, hate that show now because, like, the payoff was nothing. It was not very good.
Yeah. It was just like, I did watch that show. It's like, oh, yeah, here's your mother, and then she died.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but now I'm asking you if I can be with the woman who everybody wanted me to be with the whole time.
Who? What was her name? Erin or
Robin, I'm
Robin,
pretty sure.
Robin, yeah.
Um,
And then I'm watching Shogun. That's still good.
yeah, I'm also watching Shogun. I'm only like 4 episodes in, I think.
I'm like 8.
So I'm behind you, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a good show.
That's my show when I'm not with Raina.
It's hard to not, like, you have to pay full attention to it because it's in Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, I did try and put on
The dub,
and it was also kind of hard to follow,
Yeah.
just because of the way it was cut and stuff. So I went back to the subtitles.
Hell yeah.
But it's just like, I've gotten a bad habit of when I'm at home watching something, getting distracted. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not a bad habit, but like getting distracted.
Yeah.
And so it's just like on something that I have to watch, that I'm watching for the first time, for it to have subtitles, it's like, okay, I gotta rewind.
I rewinded a lot, dude. I'm so bad at multitasking. I have Pokemon on my phone on an emulator, and I was playing Fallout New Vegas last night on my PlayStation.
I'm about to start that, by the way.
And I had a long walk, and I hadn't discovered this location. So with my left hand, I was walking in Fallout New Vegas. With my right hand, I was playing Pokemon. I'm playing 2 games right now poorly.
Yeah, dude. I'm kind of like that too. One time I tried to be like, maybe I can listen to 2 things at the same time.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
And it was impossible.
Yeah, you got to play Fallout New Vegas next. It's pretty fun, man.
Fallout 4 is still fun, but I don't know.
You should try to beat it. You should finish the story.
I've never beaten it.
You should finish the story because the story's not that long.
I've never beaten it. This is be the second time I've played it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to play... The next thing I'm going to play, I think, is the Elden Ring DLC, and then I'm going to play Cyberpunk.
NCAA. When's that come out?
Like July 18th or something like that.
It's like a little
Honestly,
over
dude,
a little less than a month.
We should take the day off and play that. Just play the hell out of it.
What day is it for real?
Let's see.
I just took a day off in July. July 13th, I think, whatever the Friday is of that week.
25 release. July 19th, which is a Friday.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I'm going to Huntsville that day.
Okay, cool.
So maybe I'll see you down there.
Maybe. I don't think I've played.
I can give you a ride to Huntsville if you want. If your car's still broken, and we might go get Matt a car next weekend.
Yeah, depending. I've been having car trouble, but I've been saving for a car, and I got a good bit saved for it. But it's like I would like to get a little bit longer out of this one and be able to save some more. But it's been giving me in trouble.
My dad has a pickup. It's actually a 2003 Toyota Tundra, and the roof is about to rust out, and he doesn't want it anymore, and he's thinking about scrapping it. And I'm like, well, if it kind of runs, we might go down there and pick it up. It's in Memphis, so we might go do a little road trip.
Yeah,
go to Memphis.
We should do that soon.
Yeah, well, I'm down. I can't do it this weekend, but maybe next weekend. But well, cool, man. Well, I think we got some stuff we can work with. And, follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, so we can keep doing this.
Dunce Party.
Whoop whoop. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.